I'm here at Country Gardens to give you some tips on how to change the bulb and service your Smart UV sterilizer for the pond. The model that I have here is the 18-watt Smart UV sterilizer from Emperor Aquatics. There are several sizes in this brand of UV, so yours might be a lot longer, but the steps are all the same. To start out with, I hope you took this in for the winter time. Remember, there is not only the glass bulb that's in here, but also the glass sleeve, which can crack if left outdoors for the winter time. So I'm going to take this up from my basement, wherever it's been stored. And if I haven't done so already, I'm going to remove the bulb by turning on the gray nut, the small gray nut, and slide the bulb right out of the unit. We typically change the bulbs annually in a UV light, depending on the size bulb versus the size of the pond that you have. You can sometimes get away with every other year. Just because the bulb lights does not mean it is effective enough to kill algae in any particular size pond. If the bulb doesn't light, it also could indicate there's a problem other than the bulb, possibly the power supply to the unit. This is the power supply transformer for the unit. This is a newer model with the longer transformer. On the end we have a 4-pin connector. If you have an older model that has a smaller transformer on it, you may have a pin connector that has a starter bulb on it. The starter bulb breaks off, you cannot get the bulb to light. So that would require changing the 4-pin connector on the end. There should be no signs of water at all, damage at all on the pin connector. There should also be no water inside the quart sleeve, which is now still left in the unit. We loosen up the black retaining nut. And this is going to allow us to slide out our quart sleeve. Gently slide out the quart sleeve. It should be clean. It should be free of any cracks or any holes. And there should be no water inside of it. To take it one step further, we're going to loosen the retaining nut here to check on our washers. There are washer kits available. There's several washers in the UV, and there are washer kits available if you find that any of your washers are drying out. Older models have 2. Newer models only have this thicker one in it. If those are okay, put the unit back together. You want to make sure the glass is flush against this clear end piece here, and put your retaining nut back on. I like to put my finger right inside there so I can feel that the glass is flush against the end piece. Tighten it up hand tight. If you use tools, sometimes you over tighten and can crack the glass sleeve there. Once that's tight, I want to check to be sure my O-ring is still in the end here. Slide it back in the tube. There is a notch at the bottom that the glass quart sleeve must slip into. So I like to look right down the unit so I can see where that is. It's down at the bottom. If you try to put the sleeve in with the unit horizontal, sometimes it'll go in crooked. You'll be off to the side of that center notch, and when you tighten up on your black retaining nut, you'll crack the glass sleeve. So be sure you're in that center notch at the bottom. This is now a watertight unit to run through the water through it. There should never be water coming out here. If you want to water test your unit before you put the bulb in, you would hook it up just like this, and no water should ever come out here. If we're ready to put our bulb in, we're going to take our new bulb. We're going to handle it either by the ends or with gloves or a towel so our fingerprints don't get left on the outside of the light. Plug it into our 4-pin connector and slide it right into the glass tube. Back off on the little black nut first and then screw the gray nut in until it hits the washer that's right inside here. Once that's tight, then we can tighten back down on that little black nut as well. We're ready to go. If you wanted to test it, you could plug it in. Briefly, you are looking through quartz glass to see if it's working, so you should be fine. But don't leave it plugged in so that it heats up. That's not good for the UV without water running through it. Last step would be to now attach this back onto our plumbing of the pond. You may have a bypass unit. You may have your tubing connected just right to barbed inlets. But most likely you still have the union out by the pond. There are washers in here as well. Be sure those washers are in there. And you can screw your unions right back on. Again, you shouldn't need a tool. If you have the washer in there, it should not leak. Put on both ends. Turn your pump on. And you are ready to go for another season. Thank you.